You've been doing everything by the book. You pay your bills on time, you keep your credit card balances low, and you feel like you're finally getting ahead. Then, you open your credit monitoring app, and your stomach drops. Your score has fallen 30, 40, or even 50 points, and you have no idea why. That sense of confusion is precisely why we need to talk. The truth is, there's almost always a reason for a credit score drop. But it's often not what you'd expect. In fact, some of the very actions you believe are financially responsible can cause a temporary dip in your score. Today, we're going to break down the hidden reasons your credit score might have dropped, even when you're certain you've done nothing wrong. As a brief disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This content is for educational purposes, designed to simplify a complex topic and help you feel more in control of your financial journey. The most common culprit behind a sudden score drop is a change in your credit utilization ratio. Simply put, this is the percentage of your available credit that you're using, and it's the second most important factor in your score. Lenders want to see that you aren't close to maxing out your cards, so financial experts recommend keeping your utilization below 30%. For example, let's say you have a total credit limit of $10,000 across all your cards and your current balance is $2,000. Your utilization is a healthy 20%. But if you make a large purchase and that balance jumps to $4,000, your utilization is now at 40%, which can easily trigger a score drop. This can also happen if a lender lowers your credit limit without you noticing. Suddenly, the same balance represents a much higher percentage of your available credit, and your score takes an unexpected hit. The next reason can feel completely backward. You paid off a loan. It sounds counterintuitive, but closing an installment loan, like one for a car or a personal loan, can sometimes cause a temporary dip in your credit score. Why would this happen? Credit scoring models reward a healthy credit mix, which shows you can responsibly manage different types of debt. When you pay off your only installment loan, your credit mix becomes less diverse, which can knock a few points from your score. While this is usually a short-term effect, it's one of the most baffling reasons for a score to fall. Thinking about some financial spring cleaning? You might want to hold off on closing that old credit card you never use. Closing a credit card, particularly one of your older accounts, can hurt your score in two distinct ways. First, it lowers your total available credit. As we just covered, this can instantly increase your overall credit utilization ratio. Second, it can reduce the average age of your credit history. The length of your credit history is a significant factor in your score, and a longer history is always better. When you close one of your oldest accounts, you shorten that average age and can see your score dip as a result. Another potential reason for a score drop is hard inquiries. Each time you formally apply for new credit, whether it's a loan or a credit card, the lender pulls your full credit report. This is recorded as a hard inquiry. One or two of these won't cause much damage, but applying for several lines of credit in a short time frame can signal risk to lenders and cause your score to fall. Finally, the drop might not be your fault at all. Your score could have fallen because of a simple error on your credit report. Mistakes like incorrectly reported late payments, accounts that don't belong to you, or even identity theft can do serious damage. This is why it is absolutely essential to check your credit reports from all three major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, at least once a year. If that sounds like a hassle, don't worry. There's a simple way to do it. I recommend using a trusted credit monitoring service that shows you your full credit report, your FICO score, and even alerts you if anything suspicious happens. And it's almost free. The link to it is in the description below. So, if your credit score suddenly drops, don't panic. The cause is almost always something you can identify and address. Review your credit utilization, see if any loans were recently paid off, and check for new inquiries or recently closed cards. Most importantly, pull your full credit reports to check them for any errors or signs of fraudulent activity. Understanding the mechanics of your score is the first step toward taking control. A temporary dip is not a catastrophe, and by continuing to practice sound financial habits, your score will recover. You have the power to build a strong financial future.